So, full time, Sevilla 1, Arsenal 2. That's how the game of football ended down at the Bijan. It's called, let me get the name right, the Ramon Sanchez Bijuan Stadium. And Arsenal have gone ahead to beat Sevilla by 2-0. A masterclass coming in from Gabriel Jesus. Let me start it off on this point before I even come in through and obviously elaborate more. I've seen very many people underrating Gabriel Jesus. Now, Gabriel Jesus has always not gone ahead to score 20 goals a season because there is no full season. I was gonna hate to play as a center forward at Man City because Pep Guardiola saw him as a player who can play in the wide positions and obviously bring on the game to the opponents. But at Arsenal, he has gone ahead to play as a number 9. And if at all you witnessed that first goal that Martinelli really scored for Arsenal in the 45th plus 3rd minute, it shows you exactly why Gabriel Jesus is a number 9. Unselfish as he is, he controls a ball with a flick and then releases Gabriel Martinelli. And Gabriel Martinelli was just given what he does best. When he has a lot of space really ahead of him, he obviously goes on, takes off, runs towards the goalkeeper. He rounds him. After rounding him, he puts that ball in the back of the net. And it reminded me the goal he scored against Aston Villa, where he obviously scored before he even reached the goal. And that was really very, very, very huge for Arsenal. When you're playing a team like Sevilla at home, having seen it draw 1-1 with Real Madrid over the weekend, they are really very charged. All you need is to see it that you really get that first goal. And that first goal was really important, and Arsenal got it. It looks like a repetitive statement, but the first goal is always important in Champions League games because it helps you capitalize onto this. And Arsenal badly needed this win because they had gone ahead to play their first away game in the Champions League and they lost it, right? Then after that, they had to play away at Sevilla, and God has gone ahead to help them that they've gone ahead to obviously beat Sevilla by 2-1. And Gabriel Jesus scoring a color in the 53rd minute. That's what they call killing off the game. Just 8 minutes in the second half, Gabriel Jesus just improvised and obviously did what he had to do. Now, for all of those that obviously blame Gabriel Jesus for not obviously going in through and really score those goals, now tell me which Arsenal player can give Gabriel Jesus an assist like Jesus gave to Martinelli in the first half. How many chances like those does Gabriel Jesus get? I see everyone, not everyone, but most pundits coming out and obviously throwing lies all over. That when you get on Haaland at Arsenal, Ivan Toney at Arsenal, Watkins at Arsenal, Victor Osimhen at Arsenal, he's going to score very many goals. Now tell me, what chance could Haaland score today? Get me the answer. That's what I want. The fact is that Arsenal doesn't create very many chances for their number 9s. And it's their number 9 who create chances for those players. That's why you saw to it that he had very many assists, more than everyone last season. That is Gabriel Jesus for you. And I would like to let you know that it's not something that comes easy to be playing for a team like Arsenal that doesn't create mob chances for the number 9 to see to it that the player really gets 20 goals a season. Now, he has gone ahead to take his tally to 6. That is Gabriel Jesus for you. 2 in the Premier League and 3 into the Premier League, into the Champions League. And he is the first Arsenal player after a while to go on and obviously score 3 goals in 3 consecutive games. That is Gabriel Jesus for you. And he's doing it for fun, taking it where it deserves to be. And this man is obviously showing Arsenal that he obviously got what we call gold into your jewel. I think he's the crown in the jewel. And you've got to hate to really understand why when I call him the most important player of Arsenal. This game, Arsenal's going to hate to win it because of Gabriel Jesus. It has been the brilliance of Gabriel Jesus that Arsenal have going to hate to obviously do this. He has been magical, and I think you guys deserve to give this man his flowers. Most people, I have one of my people who writes me sometimes when I'm going out to really get out certain stuff. He's an Arsenal fan and supporter, but he finds himself in very many reasons of obviously coming in through and not giving this man his flowers, that he cannot score goals. And I don't want to really see the punditry obviously getting us their narratives and buying them. For me, not all narratives that pundits put up about by Rokani David, that's out. So guys, welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And today, I obviously came in through with that start because I saw to it that very many people never give this man the flowers he really deserves, because today it has been all about Gabriel Jesus. It has been all about him, and he has gone ahead to show you that I can win a match single-handedly. But after Martinelli missing one of the big chances of the game, he found himself in a position of obviously capitalizing onto that and really gave Arsenal a lead. And Arsenal went ahead to obviously get themselves a second goal through Gabriel Jesus. But questions will rise a lot onto Martin Odegaard and what he had to do into this game. He really looks off, he really looks off. And this game was all about physicality. They just went ahead and obviously chased them down. They tackled Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus. And when we're in the Champions League, it's not like in the Premier League that the referee is obviously going to be having his whistle onto his mouth all the time. This is the Champions League and things are obviously different. So it looked really great, and Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously win their second game into the league. They're obviously onto the top of the league, on top of the table with 6 points in 3 games. Out of the possible 9, they've gone ahead to obviously get 3, and it shows you that they are going to get through. If Arsenal have gone ahead to treat Sevilla like that at their home, then when they find them at the Emirates, Arsenal is obviously going to tear them apart. That is it. But people like Tomiyasu have put there some good discipline in the central defense. Jorginho, Declan Rice, that midfield has been really great. Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, they've been solid in the central defense, because for Sevilla, what they did was they played a low block. They played a low block and they wanted to hit Arsenal on the break. Arsenal had all the ball. They really possessed that ball. They put up those passes together, and obviously they really got chances, but they couldn't obviously kill them off. So Arsenal is now 6 points in their free, and they've gone ahead to clear their chances to obviously become a team, to be one of those first teams to qualify. If at all they win their 2 next games, they would have gone ahead to already qualify into the Champions League, because into the next group of the Champions League, because the moment you get 6 points, the moment you get 10 points in most groups, you are already through. Now let's go to the match stats and see. 11 shots by Sevilla, Arsenal had 14. Sevilla had 2 shots on target, Arsenal had 4 shots on target. 57% ball possession by Sevilla, Arsenal had 43% ball possession. 535 passes completed by Sevilla, Arsenal completed 422. And the reason as to why this dropped was because Arsenal got themselves 2 goals ahead, and they need to invite the pressure from Sevilla, such that Sevilla attacks them, and after Sevilla attacks them, they really try to hit them on the break and obviously not use a lot of energy, because they have a huge game to play over the weekend at Emirates. 83% passing accuracy for Sevilla, Arsenal had 81% passing accuracy. Then 7 fouls by Sevilla, 13 by Arsenal, 2 yellow cards to Sevilla and 1 yellow card to Arsenal, 0 red cards to Arsenal and 0 red cards to Sevilla, 1 offside to both sides, 4 corners to Sevilla and 5 corners to the side of Arsenal. So Arsenal really deserved the win. That is it. They really deserved the win. When we look at the table, Arsenal is having 6 points in 3 games. RC Rennes are having 5 points in 3 games. They've not gone ahead to lose any game. That is it. That means they've gone ahead to draw with PSV today. Sevilla is having 2 points and PSV is having 2 points. That is it. So Arsenal is playing Sevilla next at the Emirates. That is when is that game happening? Let me check here. On the 8th of November, Arsenal is going to play Sevilla at the Emirates. That is it, and that's how things are going to happen at the Emirates. But the other results that have gone ahead to come in through: Man United 1, Copenhagen 0, Benfica 0, Real Sociedad 1, RC Rennes, PSV 1, Real Madrid 2, Braga 1, Union Berlin 0, Napoli 1. Napoli has gone ahead to Germany and obviously gotten those precious 3 points. And Galatasaray was beaten by Bayern 3-1. Inter Milan has gone ahead to beat RB Salzburg by 2-1. And Arsenal have gone ahead to beat Sevilla by 2-1. An away win for Arsenal, and that is really great. So Arteta has shown us certain things that, like David Raya is the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal. He also went ahead to gift out a ball during the first half, but obviously he balanced it off very well. And for Arteta, he believes the problem that David Raya is having is all about him coming in through and not having the required experience at the club of Arsenal. He refers to him as a top-notch goalkeeper, and it's just the pressure of being in between the stages of Arsenal and having a player like Aaron Ramsdale at the bench just trying to put more pressure onto the goalkeeper. But as I told you today, that we are going to see whether Arteta is really willing to give Aaron Ramsdale a chance, and he has shown us that Aaron Ramsdale is not the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal anymore, and Ramsdale might find his way out. But Declan Rice, Jorginho, I've seen people coming out and select Jorginho, but unless you're not going to hate to watch these games of football. But Jorginho has been one of the best players today. He has gone ahead to put in his shift, and I think people just need to obviously know exactly what this man brings up on the field of play. He brings in what we call composure, experience, and when you're playing in the Champions League, you need players like Jorginho. That is it, because you only had 2 players on the pitch that were really having the experience that you needed to win that game. That is Gabriel Jesus and Jorginho. Zinchenko was on the bench, you get, and Kai Havertz was onto the bench. But later, the manager really went ahead to make some good substitutions, and I think nowadays Arteta is obviously trying to read the game better. He knew that it's obviously going to be a very highly fought battle down in Sevilla, and he knew to it that Zinchenko is going to be teared apart. And guess what he did? He said, I'm going to start up with Tomiyasu, and it really worked out well. Tomiyasu closed that side very well. You know, Sevilla uses Jesus Navas as one of their attacking midfielders. Though he's a right back, but he puts in lots of crosses. But I've seen Tomiyasu blocking him and denying him chances to come in through and obviously get it where it deserves to be. So the other point I'm going to hate to note is that now Kai Havertz is coming on in the position of Martin Odegaard for the second game consecutively. I think that is really great, and that's why you see to it that when he comes in and plays in that position, he plays better. Then that was in the 73rd minute. That's when Arsenal made the first substitution. Then Gabriel Jesus got off and Nketiah came on through in the 81st minute. And then Saka was taken off for Leandro Trossard, and Gabriel Martinelli in the 90th minute was taken off for Jakub Kivior. So that is really great business for Arsenal. And when you're going to play Sheffield, you have no injury because no player is going to hate to walk on the field of play. And the only huge concern is all about Thomas Partey, right? It's all about Thomas Partey on what has gone ahead to fail him to make it into the match squad that's gone ahead to get a win at Sevilla. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below. Sevilla 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal are topping Group B of the Champions League, and they've gone ahead to register a very huge win. Rokani David remains my name, but go into the description box below. There is our WhatsApp link. Join that WhatsApp link, and obviously after joining, after clicking on it or following it up, it will lead you to our WhatsApp group, and join it. After joining it, we'll be able to obviously host you onto our channel. After some time, I'm coming here to obviously bring you my thoughts about that game with you here onto this channel. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum. Good night.